Hi, it's Beat by Bukola. Welcome back to my channel. On this channel, I teach you how to make beautiful beaded bags and accessories step by step. Whether you're a beginner or building your skills, you will find simple practical tutorials you can follow with confidence. And don't forget to subscribe. You know, people sell this bracelet for good money, but as of today, I'm going to show you how to make it yourself. And if you are new to beading, let me tell you this for free. You are in the right place. That's what I'm going to do. I'll break this bracelet down simply and clearly. And do not worry, it's a beginner-friendly tutorial. Let's start. Materials needed: a mini beading plate, an elastic thread of 1.0, and we are going to be needing a fishing line, but it's optional, and a pair of scissors, a plier, another beading plier, a jam ring, and a charm. So we are going to start off by attaching the jam rings to the charms. Firstly, we are going to pick one jam rings and then pick the plier and pass the plier through the jam rings, and then you just open it. You can see how I'm doing it. You just open it a bit, then you pick the charms, you attach it to that hole, that tiny hole on the charms, and then you're going to pick another jam ring and then you connect it to the other jam ring. Then this way your other plier becomes important. You can still use the one though, but I normally like using this one. So you are going to just pin it together. So this is it. We are done for this set. So now let's get into business. We are going to be using 8mm crackle beads. These are crackle beads, and then they are so delicate that if you don't handle them well, they are going to break. So be careful. So we are going to move the beads from the fishing line and then transfer it into the bowl. Then we start beading. I'm going to skip this part because it's not really important. So let's get into business, but you should make sure that you transfer everything into a bowl. Since I'm not using a bracelet measuring plate, you will have to measure your wrist. Cut a piece of elastic thread about 10 cm longer than your wrist size. This extra length makes it easier to tie. Then we cut out fishing line for easy access of the beads through the elastic cord. So preferably it shouldn't be long. I believe if it's short, it's okay. So I cut out a very short fishing line. With this method, it makes it very easy. Like, it makes your work very easy. And please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And one tip, I don't like cutting out my elastic thread from the main thread, so it will just be there, and then I'll just add my fishing line to it. Then I'll start passing the beads through it. Now start threading your beads onto the cord. Since you are using elastic, make sure to keep a little slack at both ends for tying. Keep going until your bracelet reaches your desired length. But my desired length is 20, but I'm going to make a stop at 10 beads. So meet me there. And one tip is you should always count. You should always count. So now this is 7, and this 8, 9, and then 10. This stage we are now is very important, so you should keep watching and pay very close attention. You can see me counting my beads. So now we have 10. So with the charms, we are going to pass the thread through the jam rings attached to the charms, and then now we'll continue threading our beads onto the cord. I made mention of my desired length, which is 20, so I'll continue till I get to 20. So I've already done 10. That 10, the middle part, that's when I added the charms. So now I'm here at my desired length, which is 20. So what you are going to do now is wrap the bracelet around your wrist to make sure it fits comfortably. Add or remove beads as needed to a perfect size. Since I already know my perfect size, there is no need for me to wrap it around my wrist. That's why I didn't show that in the video. Once you're happy with the fit, you are going to tie a knot, a very strong one. So here we are going to put the two fishing lines together. I'm so sorry about the background noise, guys. When you are satisfied with the side, tie a tight double knot at the end of the elastic. So for extra strength, you can add a tiny drop of glue on the knot and let it dry. But don't worry if you don't have a glue, because I don't normally use glue, but I once used glue and it was okay for me. But I prefer this method. So the glue is optional. Here we are done with tying our knot. You can see it's very strong. There is no way this is going to be loose. We are almost done. So what we are going to do now is hide our knot. So let's gently hide the knot inside the bead. If you are able to get to this stage, you are doing absolutely good. As you can see in the video, after hiding the knots, I'm going to go through the next bead to secure the knot because I don't want it loose. So I'm going to cut it now. Just follow the video. Just going to cut it now, and then I'm going to repeat the same thing for the other side as well. Since we are done trimming off our excess cord, what we are going to do next is that we are going to pass the cord through the next bead again as we did for the first one. Then we are going to pull it together to make it a bit stronger. Then we are going to cut it again. We'll just trim it off. That is it. Our bracelet is complete, and that is it. Our beaded bracelet is ready to wear or sell. So I didn't just make one, I made about 4. So I think it's optional if you want to. If you enjoy this tutorial, don't forget to like, subscribe and share for more DIY jewelry tutorials. See you next time.